So I'm going to go over kind of what your teachers are looking for in your summary sheet. Remember, this first part is just your notes to help you know what you want to put in your summary. So if yours isn't exactly what I'm saying, it doesn't mean it's wrong. I'm just trying to give you a kind of overview of what your teachers will be looking for when they view your individual forms. But remember, we will always give you personal feedback on those so you can see. But while you're waiting, you can watch this video and kind of see what we're looking for. So, we were looking at the Great Stink and talking about what it was mainly about. It says, what do the headline and subhead on page 10 suggest it's about? So, I brought up this presentation view, and if you zoom in, you can see at the bottom, this is page 10. It's the very first page. Um, right here on the magazine. So the heading, The Great Stink, the headline, in 1858, London was caught in the grip of a deadly health crisis. Its largest river was overflowing with poop. So you might have said something like, it suggests the article is about a problem in London, um, the river overflowing with poop. Again, these are your notes, not looking for complete sentences here, just looking for what you thought stood out. What appears in the picture? The picture is London in the background, the river, um, something that looks very, very stinky. So I would take any of those answers and use your answers to create a topic sentence. All of your, or what is the main problem? And it tells you again that same problem, the sewer systems that they have to build because the river is overflowing and causing people to get very sick. So, we want to use our answers to create a topic sentence. These all might be very different because people write differently, but your topic sentence needs to say something about how these articles were about how human waste can cause big problems and how we're trying to solve those problems. If yours has, a different little bit of style the way you did your words, that's okay. But overall, that's kind of where we're going with this. That's what the main issue was in these two paired texts. So we're now looking for what is the most important information. So the first one is the problem of poop. I'm going to go zoom back out. And that was right here, the very first heading. So you would read that, and again, it's really up to you. I'm not going to go over those individually, but you would want to read this one section and pull out anything that you thought was super, super important. Same thing, a whiff on the wind, read here, and that carries on into the next page. Whatever you thought was most important. Something had to be done in a new crisis. You do that for all four of those. And then now you're going to look for Toilets of the Future. What do the title and photos suggest it's about? So, title would suggest it's about toilets of the future, and the photos suggest that maybe they have to do with nature. I see flowers, I see worms. To me, those scream nature. Um, and then what do the subheadings help me understand? So, the subheadings are these things kind of written in this brown color: self powering toilet, warm toilet, composting toilet. So I would say that these subheadings help me understand that toilets of the future are going to work very different than our current toilets. And then you are going to write your summary. So, some of the things that I would be looking for when I'm reading summaries is that you mentioned that human waste causes a big problem. These were kind of like problem and solution text. They had a huge problem and they needed to solve it. So, I'd be looking for that. Maybe you might mention the words London, the Thames River. I would be looking for things about how it was hurting people. How was poop hurting people if it's just a smell? We smell bad smells all the time, I'm sure. How does it actually hurt you? And then I would look for some details about how they were able to solve that problem. So, again, your teacher will be giving you individual feedback, but that is kind of what we are looking for.